I want to talk about some cool things that are around the Twin Cities. I, when I was a kid, we moved a couple of different places, and one of the places that we lived was in Two Harbors, up by Duluth. Um, and as a kid, I was there first, second, and third grade. And we had a really, really, really great fun time up in Two Harbors. Our favorite thing to do was to go to the lake. There was nothing to entertain us at the lake except the lake and the rocks and the driftwood. Um, and those are some of my absolute favorite memories. I loved going also to a couple of different parks along the lake. But really, we did go to a couple of playgrounds. One of them was on Park Point out on the little island off of Duluth that if you go across the lift bridge, it's over there. And that had a fun playground. And there was another fun playground in Two Harbors that I really liked. But other than that, we really barely went to the playgrounds at all. We went to the lake. We went to the woods. We went to the state parks. We played in nature. So as my kids are growing up, I remember this and I think about it actually quite a lot. And so I wanted to let you know that those are things that you can do this. You can have that same outdoor nature experience with your kids here in the Twin Cities. So I wanted to tell you, maybe not the same because it's Lake Superior. And really, there's nothing like Lake Superior except maybe the other Great Lakes, which aren't here in Minnesota. So there you go. But I do have fun bringing my kids to the nature playgrounds around here. And I've got 3 I want to tell you about. Okay, so the first one I want to tell you about is over in the West Metro. Okay, to me, that's north. Behind me, I believe, is west. And in front of me is east. But that's not going to help you at all. So I'll just say west. It's way in the West Metro. And it's in Carver County. And it's the Lowry Nature Center. And they have actually 2 really cool different types of playgrounds. One is a playground that is the nature-based playground, which I'll talk to you about in a second. And the other one is an actual playground, but instead of regular like playground equipment, it's got like all their playground equipment kind of reminds me of the habitats, or they're based on habitats for like animals and critters that live in Minnesota. So it kind of reminds me of the Children's Museum. You know, when they used to have that big anthill, I can't remember if they still have it. I don't think they do. But you would crawl and be like an ant. Well, it's kind of like that. So if you head over to Lowry Nature Center, you can have that experience, or you can have the nature experience, the nature play, where you get a whole bunch. They have just a whole bunch of sticks and rocks and stumps and trees and things that you can build, and it's all open-ended play. You can build forts, you can build forts. I don't know what else you can build, but you can build a whole bunch of stuff. So Lowry Nature Center has got that. I've also been told that at Wood Lake Nature Preserve, I think it's called. Hi, Heather. That one's in Richfield, and that one also has a lot of very, very fun nature experiences there as well. And if you've ever been to Central Park in Roseville, oh, I was going to give you 3. Now this is your bonus. I'm saving my last for you in a second. But if you've ever been to Central Park in Roseville at the Harriet Alexander Nature Center, there they've got kind of, I don't know what it's called, but it's a path that's like a sidewalk out in the middle of the wetlands, and it's super fun. You don't really build there, but it's still a really fun experience to go. But the last one I wanted to tell you about was Tamarack Nature Center in White Bear Township. This is probably one of my favorite nature centers ever. And I love nature centers. I love them all. But I think this one's one of my favorites because they have made such a wonderful place for kids to go and play in nature. So they have the sticks and the stumps and the trees and the rocks and everything to build with. Tons. But they also have like a structure that they've created. Now this isn't natural, but it's got all kinds of like little caves and holes, and it's You can crawl all over it. You can crawl into it. It's really neat. And they also have like this river pond thing where you can like dig into the sand and create little dams and just play with the water. So when you go to Tamarack, you're definitely going to want to have your either a change of clothes or a swimsuit or something for your kids. But that's super fun to build the little dams and to guide the water along where you want it to go. You can fill it up as much as you want. You can let it all drain out. It's really great. So those are my top 3/4. Lowry Nature Center in Carver County, Wood Lake Nature Preserve in Richfield, Harriet Alexander Nature Center in Roseville, and Tamarack in White Bear Lake. Go to familyfuntwincities.com and you can look up more nature play areas on there. All you have to do is on the front page is scroll down a little bit until you see nature playgrounds. Click on that link and I'll send you straight over to more information for awesome nature playgrounds around the Twin Cities. And on these beautiful summer days that aren't too hot, this is the perfect thing to do. Okay, have a great day, everybody, and go out there and have some fun. We'll see ya.